Hoc est enim in corpus Christi. Hoc est enim in corpus Christi. Hoc est enim in corpus Christi.
Oh, it certainly was.
One of the best yet, I've read. So how can we separate our tasks?
I'll get the cups, you get the fabrics, and how about you get the books? Certainly is a nice free day we're having. That was a nice feast from Mother Superior. Don't you think, Mary?
Oh yes. I feel so close to heaven. You're all so much more family than I ever had before. My desire to please our spouse grows daily.
I still don't know how he could have lowered himself so very low to me.
He didn't lower himself any more to you than he did to me. He's much better than that. Think about it. If the devil himself had spouses, he'd be content in giving his underlying demons control over them. That God was never satisfied with that. Only himself will do. At least my friend Diana Vaughn. She's been writing to me about conversions she's had lately. She says she's been having dreams and visions about our Lord, where he speaks to her of this amazing love.
Oh, I should be so lucky as to have visions.
Are you envious of visions, Sister Mary Magdalene? I thought you were more perfect than that.
My prayers are said in a desert. There is no rain in my heart, only bitter dryness. I must confide that I wish I could know exactly what is going on in that world.
But our Father St. John of the Cross has told us it's a venial sin to ask for visions and ecstasies.
It is? I knew nothing of this. Well, I still desire them. What's to be done?
Be like me, accept their absence?
Remember, our Lord said, "Blessed are they who have not seen, but yet believe." Think of your merit in that.
Well, he said, have not seen, not have not heard. I will not refuse at least hearing a little.
Oh, I'd never hope to hear an echo from heaven.
Not heaven, hell. The voices there may be much less agreeable, it's true. But I'd rather hear hell than nothing at all, to know what he thinks of us.
He hates us, and we will never hear his voice because of that. I would never want to hear the voice of someone who considers me an enemy.
I still want to hear. If I had someone with me, I'd very much like to put my ear up to Hell's Gate.
Oh, I'd be too afraid.
Mother Superior says demons are not to be feared. No more to be feared than flies.
Sounds like you're beginning to think like I do, Sister Therese.
Even if I did want to hear the devil's voice, I wouldn't allow us to. You have no idea of the horrors down there, sister. What are we even talking about? We certainly are having a strange free day. I'm glad no one's around to hear us.
You laugh, but I think I want to. I want to hear. What would you say if our prayers were answered?
I wouldn't say no.
Maybe God will permit the gates of hell to open a little.
think our wish is granted.
The veil of faith is lifted. Your beloved has asked me to grant your desires. I am Michael. I come from heaven. You will hear the sound of the land of sorrow. You will hear the voice of Lucifer and his cohorts. Laugh at hell. Do not fear its furies. Jesus fights for you.
Shut up! I didn't bring you here to listen for the pleasure of your screaming. I have important things to discuss.
Hurry, Lucifer, I hate it here. I much prefer living my hell on earth.
Funny you should mention that, Beelzebub. I'm a little annoyed with you. Why is it? Why is it, dear friend, that you've let St. Michael nab some of our best converts? Why have you fussed over your own personal business instead of taking care of our own plan to conquer the world?
Non serviam. You're the one who gave me that motto, and now you expect me to obey you? You really think that I'm going to obey you when I first refused to obey God? Each of us is the master of their own person down here. That is why our union is so perfect, our legions so well policed, why our followers ceaselessly argue over the finer points of our sacred rites. You should know better than anyone that discord is the distinctive mark of your kingdom. Our only common belief is our hatred of mortals, but they are our dearest friends. Is it my fault that a few of the more slippery ones have slipped through our nets? After all, what we take in is not so bad. Few have a taste for the sayings of the sun anymore. Take up your cross and follow me. But listen, Lucifer, if you want to spill the rage that devours you when you consider the friends who've escaped us, pick on Asmodeus. He's the one who's just failed our cause in the most lamentable way by losing your fiancée, Diana Vaughn.
Do not bring her up. I cannot intrude where the enemy is unfairly swooped in and stolen.
I could have had her in a moment if I wasn't so foolish as to let her near that church.
And yet the blame for all the lost souls fall on my doorstep? My charges never suspect a thing. In fact, I've learned how to keep them in that church of the enemy and still be in my clutches. Distraction, distraction! But the blame falls on me? It should fall on this idiot!
Enough! I brought you here to discuss our new plan of attack. I've had enough of your weak efforts for now. Our new plan of attack is
Invade nunneries?
Have you lost what's left of your mind, you fool? You know how difficult it is for us in there.
I'm aware. The enemy does not play fair. If we labor night and day for 20 years into a single soul, all they need to do is ask for his grace, and all our work has gone up like water on a hot griddle. You see, must you not, that there is a great deal of prayer in this particular monastery. People are being strengthened by the grace, foul love that exudes from the place. This is a place we once had secure. We have to make sure that we can attack them at their weakest point.
Self-love. Yes. This is the surest route to prevent the love of God.
We must absorb their souls in their own affairs. We must preventing the acts of love that they are so fond of, and finally ending the sufferings they have caused us. How it nauseates me. It burns me when they love their God.
We will be very strong. We must send 3 of us for every 1 woman there.
No! I will not go! You expect us to enter our enemy's strongest foothold with only one temptation planned? You forget, Lucifer. They have weapons even the strongest of us don't have. Even the king of demons must flee before an idiot girl with a few drops of holy water on her fingertips. Or worse, kisses on her cross. Rather than abolishing his reign, you are more likely to see them cling more firmly to his mealy robes. You'll make martyrs out of them, and then they'll put them on their altars and triumph over us. No! I will not suffer the shame of defeat. I will stick where I am wanted.
Then you will have no share in our glory. The Son must be proven wrong. We have already infiltrated the church of the successor of Peter, and we will stop that incessant chattering they're so fond of. How do we begin? Where shall we start?
With the one that will wound him most.
That skank of his mother's favorite.
The Carmelites?
Yes, to war. To war! Let us destroy the church of our enemy from the inside out. War on the Carmelites!
War on the Carmelites!
St. Michael, defend us. Chain up the demons who hate our order.
What are you doing here, Michael? You know very well this is my kingdom. Your God's not here to protect you.
I have no need of protection from the weak and the afraid. You who would call yourself prince of the world, you who would make yourself equal to God, you will remain always in a profound night. You will remain always in the abyss of fire and never believe in your cruel folly that the saints will retreat from you. Damn it, serpent, the church is immortal.
How can you say the church will triumph? You were a fool when I was exiled, and you're a fool still. He cares nothing for his glory. Nothing can remain powerful unless it protects its power. You've seen how little he cares for his glory. He leaves his friends in suffering and humiliation. The Son hanging on a cross, letting himself be fondled by that slut, Mary Magdalene. You must know his true followers are small in number. And I have the majority. And we will attack that small group and build for ourselves our kingdom on earth.
Even if you did this, even one virginal heart consoles the entire kingdom of heaven and gives him more of a foothold on earth than your entire army, armed with their swords and spears.
I get a real kick out of that virginal army of yours, Michael. Don't you know I have some rights over it? I am the Prince of Pride. For if the virgins are chaste and poor, what have they over me? I'm a virgin too, and though I heap riches upon them, they are like dust to me. You're going to reply to me, well, don't you also practice obedience? Well, yes, Michael, I practice obedience against my will. I don't submit to God's will willingly, all the while keeping in the bottom of my heart the desire to rule. The virgins are no different. They obey, wish to be in charge. What makes them any more than I? I can split pride in anywhere, and in doing so, I can make it look weightier than any amount of virginity. Look! Your poverty, chastity, and obedience. And now for our bouquet. Pride, independence, self-will.
I want to prove once more your folly. Have you forgotten, serpent, the humility of the Virgin Mary who crushed you beneath her virgin's foot? This virtue is still shining in the world, and her humble radiance destroys your very royalty. You see, dragon of pride, there is a virtue that perfects, all of these virtues. Get back. You are beaten by humility.
What a grace the good God has given us. We must go tell Mother what we have heard. We now know how to conquer the demons, and we'll have but one desire, to practice humility.
Sister Therese, you can do the talking. I'm still trembling.
We should keep this vision to ourselves. Mother will laugh at us. She'll say we've been dreaming.
Then all for the better. We've been given a chance to practice humility, and I'll accept everything from him, because I am nothing.
Au soir d'amour, par l'encens parabole, Jésus dit